Not every K-drama manages to keep the audience hooked until the end. Today we're going to talk about 5 series that started off strong, but ended up disappointing fans and were left behind along the way. Dear Hyeri. Dear Hyeri initially managed to keep an engaged fan base, but over time, many began to feel that the plot was falling apart, especially in the later episodes. The truth is, some viewers didn't even make it past the first few episodes, expressing frustration with the storyline development and character building. And as one user on Reddit shared, "I can't stand the male lead, and all the chaos that happened in episode 10. Unless they do a complete turnaround in the last episodes, this drama was a disappointment." Another comment pointed out a more specific critique of the lead actress's performance. "After watching Shin Hye-sun's other work, I noticed she tends to choose roles similar to Mr. Queen, without caring about the rest of the plot, as long as she gets maximum screen time." In other words, for some, the excessive focus on the lead compromised the overall plot development. Despite Shin Hye-sun being a talented and charismatic actress, even her performance couldn't save Dear Hyeri for a portion of fans. In fact, for some of these fans, she was a significant part of the problem. With unrelatable characters and a storyline that fell short, the series ended up being one of those K-dramas that many decided to abandon. And what about you? Did you watch Dear Hyeri? If so, what did you think? Tell us in the comments. Love Next Door. In the world of K-dramas, Love Next Door arrived with a promising premise and a leading duo loved by the audience, Young Hae-in and Young So-min. This Netflix series presents a seemingly simple and captivating story of 2 childhood friends who reunite years later as neighbors. This reunion, which seemed destined to blossom into a charming romance, ended up, for many, becoming a tiring experience. From the first episodes, the romantic comedy seemed to promise that classic mix we love of laughs and heartfelt moments, the very elements that make so many fans fall in love with K-dramas. However, instead of building a solid narrative, the series delivered something that many found inconsistent and even frustrating. What was supposed to be a fun interaction between the leads turned into an endless cycle of arguments and misunderstandings. One fan said, "I gave up after 7 episodes. Their constant fights drove me crazy because, well, they were constant. She was always downcast, and he had just one facial expression." This comment reflects one of the main complaints about Love Next Door: the lack of emotional development in the characters and the superficiality of the conflicts, which seemed to take the plot nowhere. Additionally, many fans felt the pacing of the series left much to be desired. Instead of keeping the story smooth and engaging, Love Next Door felt like it dragged on. Another user expressed frustration with the episode count, saying, "They should have made it in 12 episodes. So much filler. I watched it for Kim Jae-yoon, but I couldn't finish." This criticism was common among viewers who felt the series stretched the episode count without bringing genuinely new content to each one. Despite the actors' charm and their loyal fan base, the script didn't make the most of their talent. Another viewer commented, "I love Young Hae-in and DP, but here, it just didn't work." The simple truth is that Love Next Door arrived with the promise of being that lighthearted, silly rom-com, perfect for fans looking for something fun to watch without overthinking. However, instead of following that path, the series seemed to want to mimic the dramatic tone of Queen of Tears, resulting in a story that couldn't decide between laid-back romance and deep drama. Do you agree with my opinion? Just like Love Next Door, which promised a lot but delivered little, many weight loss solutions fall short. But what if I told you about an option that actually delivers on its promise? Nagano tonic is a Japanese elixir made with ancient ingredients designed to help you achieve your weight loss goals effectively and, most importantly, naturally. This tonic is unlike any other. It has been specially formulated to activate your dormant metabolism and accelerate fat burning, providing energy and vitality throughout the day. Nagano tonic contains powerful nutrients like camu camu, green tea EGG, and Panax ginseng, well known in Asia for their proven effects on boosting metabolism and reducing food cravings. Additionally, it contributes to an overall sense of well-being. With Nagano tonic, you will get accelerated metabolism and increased energy levels, reduced food cravings, and support for healthy digestion. 100% natural ingredients used for centuries in Asian culture. A feeling of lightness and confidence when wearing your favorite clothes. Moreover, if you buy today, you can enjoy free shipping and 3 exclusive bonuses. Plus, the creators of Nagano tonic are so confident in the product's results that they offer a 180-day satisfaction guarantee. This means if you're not satisfied with the results, you will get your money back. No questions asked. Start your transformation now and take advantage of this limited time offer. Vincenzo. When Vincenzo was released in 2021, expectations were high. After all, the concept of a Korean-Italian mafia consigliere delivering justice in South Korea alongside a fearless lawyer sounded refreshingly different. However, despite its success with a large portion of the audience, many viewers couldn't connect with the series' over-the-top tone and ended up abandoning it along the way. One of the most controversial aspects was the protagonist himself, played by Song Joong-ki. Though he's a talented actor, some viewers felt he didn't quite convince as a dangerous mobster. As one online user pointed out, I couldn't believe that Song Joong-ki was this tough, dangerous guy. He looked like a kid trying to cosplay a mobster. This lack of authenticity was a key reason for the disappointment among fans who expected a more threatening and intense figure. Additionally, the blend of comedy and drama didn't sit well with everyone. The humorous elements, such as his angry outbursts in Italian and the presence of eccentric characters, were described as cringe by some viewers, who found these moments exaggerated and ill-timed. One comment expressed this frustration clearly. "I couldn't stand the angry scenes in Italian. They were so bad they made me dislike the drama." Another point raised by Vincenzo critics was the series' inconsistency in tone. While the first episode starts with a dark and violent atmosphere, the story quickly shifts to a lighter tone, almost as if it were trying to appeal to a younger audience. This contrast left some viewers confused and unsatisfied. As one user shared, the story started dark and violent, but then it felt like they wanted it to be kid-friendly. In short, Vincenzo became one of those K-dramas that divided opinions with a passionate fan base, but also many viewers who couldn't engage with its bold premise. Personally, I'm a big fan of this series, and I don't agree with most of these online opinions. How about you? Startup, the 2020 K-drama, captivated audiences with its inspiring story about young entrepreneurs fighting to make their dreams come true. With a determined protagonist aiming to conquer the business world and a premise of romance and overcoming challenges, the drama seemed to have all the ingredients for success. However, as the episodes unfolded, viewers started to notice that the storyline wasn't as flawless as it first appeared. One of the biggest points of contention among viewers was the relationship between the main characters. For many, the chemistry between Suzy and Nam Joo-hyuk fell short, weakening the central romance. A Reddit user shared their disappointment. "I finished watching Startup just to say I completed it. I didn't like the couple's chemistry." This sentiment was common among those who had hoped for a more authentic and engaging connection between the main characters. Moreover, the decision to keep Suzy and Nam Joo-hyuk as the romantic pair sparked frustration, as many fans believed that the second male lead, Kim Seon-ho, would have been a more interesting and genuine choice for the protagonist. Comments like, "The main lead lied to her the entire time and got away with it," highlight the disappointment with how the love triangle was handled. This conflict of interest among fans led to a divide, with part of the audience rooting for the second lead, while others felt let down by the direction of the plot. Another factor that contributed to viewers abandoning the drama was the story's development in the second half. The first episode was widely praised, with some even considering it one of the best in K-drama history. However, as one viewer mentioned, Startup has my favorite episode of all time, the first, but it's one of my least favorite series because of how it went in the last quarter. This contrast between the initial excitement and the disappointing conclusion led many viewers to give up on the series before the end. In summary, Startup serves as an example of how a series can start off very strong, but end up losing the audience's interest by failing to meet expectations. Cinderella, at 2am based on a popular webtoon. Cinderella at 2am attempts to reinvent the classic Cinderella story with a modern twist and complex characters. The protagonist is a successful marketing manager who works for a credit card company and doesn't believe in fairy tales. Little does she know that her boyfriend is actually the Prince Charming in disguise. This premise promised a fun romantic comedy, but ended up not captivating everyone. One of the issues raised by many viewers was the protagonist's relationship, which felt unoriginal and fell into the same old cliches. A Reddit comment captures this frustration well. "I made it to episode 6, tired of watching the same breakup on repeat until episode 12. This repetitive conflict and reliance on genre cliches made the main story predictable and, for many, tedious. For some, the main plot simply lacked appeal to the point that they skipped the lead scenes to focus solely on the secondary couple. In summary, Cinderella at 2am promised a modern, engaging fairy tale, but ultimately left many viewers disappointed with its execution. And if you made it this far in the video, do me a favor. We have a goal on the channel to reach 10,000 subscribers. Can you help us out? It's quick, just subscribe down below. Oh, and don't forget to like the video, okay? That way YouTube knows the content is good and recommends it to more people. Let's get back to the video.